Hey folks, this is Ron. Listen, some of you are asking me about cartomizers and you're having a problem with them, with filling them, and don't quite understand it. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's about. You take one of the cartomizers and be sure you're doing the soft tip, soft rubber tip. Take a paper clip and on the end of it, make it a little hook. I don't know if you can see that. I just made a little tiny hook on it. All right. I take the hook and I stick it barely inside, just enough to grab the lid, and then pop out that white piece. So it's open like that. Okay? Set that aside. And what we're going to do for this one is I'm going to use my indulgence. So you just basically screw it onto the indulgence. All right. I want to add liquid. And so the first time you're using a cartomizer, I like the beer pour method, I guess is what it's called by the vaping world. It's at an angle, and what you'll do is add a couple drops at a time. Turn it a little bit, add a couple more drops. Turn it, add a couple more drops, and so on and so forth until it's kind of slushy. Okay, be careful. If you overfill it, it's going to leak out the bottom, but do it a couple drops at a time. Probably about 15 to 18 drops total. Let it sit for a minute because the liquid's got to be saturated and go ahead and absorb into the polyfill material that's inside there. All right, so let it sit upright for a few minutes. Now you can put the white tip back in, just pop it right back in place. But I use a drip tip, which makes it easier for me to take it on, take it off, and after it's sat for a minute, you just vape away. All right, after you've been vaping for a little bit and you want to refill it, the flavor drops off or you're not getting much vapor out of it, it's time to refill. If you get that burnt taste, you've gone too dry, so go ahead and get some liquid back in there. But that's why I use the drip tip now. I just remove it, pop it off, take my liquid, and I put 2 drops, turn it, 2 drops, turn it, 2 drops, turn it, so forth. I put about, a couple, well, I'm going to probably put about 8 to 10 drops in there total. Let it sit. And just for a couple seconds, just to resaturate it, I just put my lid back on, pop the drip tip back in, and vape away. And there you have it. The cartomizer should last you quite a while before you have to refill it, unless you're a heavy vapor like I am. And I probably fill mine up probably about once an hour. And reload it every hour after that, or about that, like that. Just be careful about getting them too dry because they'll start burning, and also be careful about overfilling them because cartomizers will clog, especially if you keep overfilling it. It becomes so saturated it can't get airflow through, and so you're sucking on it like you're sucking on a super frozen milkshake that is not going to move. And once you get there, it's probably to the point of it's being dead. Time to either clean it out or chuck it and start with a new one. All right. Hope this helps out. Hope this explains it a little bit. If you have questions, give me a holler. Or, you all know where to find me. Thanks a lot. Take care.